Hello students, this is the second video of ecosystem and topic of today is productivity, in which we will talk about primary productivity, secondary productivity, GPP, that is gross primary productivity, and NPP, net primary productivity. So let's start. So what is productivity? Productivity is a rate of biomass production. Biomass means organic matter. So, amount of organic matter accumulated in a unit time is called productivity. So, we can say rate of biomass production is productivity and biomass is the amount of organic matter produced. So, or we can say amount of organic matter accumulated in a unit time is called as productivity. So productivity is expressed as gram per meter square per year or kilocalorie per meter square per year. Now, there are two types of productivity, primary productivity and secondary productivity. Now, what is the difference between these primary productivity and secondary productivity? Now, in primary as well as secondary productivity, organic matter will be produced, means biomass will be produced. But if that biomass is produced by the plants or by the producers, it is called primary productivity. And if that biomass is produced by the consumers, that is known as secondary productivity. So, primary productivity is amount of biomass produced per unit area over a period of time by plants. That means by producers. Of course, they will produce this biomass by a process called photosynthesis. Whereas secondary productivity is rate of formation of new organic matter by consumers. Means production rate of formation of biomass by the consumers. That is the animals that will feed on the plants. So if the biomass is produced by the producers, it is primary productivity, and if that biomass is produced by the consumers, it is secondary productivity. One must remember that primary productivity varies from one ecosystem to other ecosystem. Now, the primary productivity depends upon the following four factors. So, what are that factors? Let's discuss. Number one, plant species inhabiting a particular area. More the plant species inhabiting a particular area, more would be the primary productivity. Second is availability of nutrients. More the nutrients present, more would be the primary productivity of that ecosystem. Third is the environmental factors. For example, sunlight. Better the sunlight condition, more would be the photosynthesis and more would be the primary productivity. And fourth, of course, is the photosynthetic capacity of the plants. More the photosynthetic capacity of the plants in a given ecosystem, more would be the primary productivity. Now, primary productivity is further of two types, gross primary productivity, that is GPP, and net primary productivity, that is NPP. So, what is the difference between gross and net primary productivity? So, the total biomass produced by the plant during photosynthesis is called gross primary productivity. So, the total amount of biomass that will be produced during photosynthesis by the plants would be gross primary productivity. Now, some of this biomass which is produced by the plants during photosynthesis would be used by them in certain activities, for example, respiration. So, a considerable amount of gross primary productivity is utilized by the plants for various activities, for example, in respiration, so that they can, because the plants also need energy, so considerable amount of this GPP would be utilized by the plants for respiration. So if I minus the total biomass produced during photosynthesis that is GPP. If I minus the respiratory losses from the gross primary productivity, we will get net primary productivity. So gross primary productivity is the total biomass produced during photosynthesis, but a considerable amount of this GPP would be used during the process of respiration. So if I minus GPP from respiratory losses, we get net primary productivity. So approx value of net primary productivity is 170 billion tons of organic matter. So if you have gained something from this video, please subscribe now to my channel Ramji Chopra. Thank you.